Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is I, once again, Jingles. So it's week number 3. Welcome back, everybody. If you guys have checked out week 1 and 2, thank you very much for coming back to week number 3. If you guys want to check out exactly what happened in week 2, I'm going to put another card up here. And so click on that if you haven't watched week 2 already. I ended up facing Zolrain, and a little bit of a spoiler. I'll give you a second to kind of click away in 3, 2, 1. We ended up beating Zolrain. We got a nice clean win. We beat him 3-0 both games 1 and 2. So we picked up a few really helpful tiebreakers in week number 2, especially after falling in week number 1 against Shuckle King. So we made up some ground. So that was actually really helpful. So I'm really glad we played a really well week. We had a really good team that week as well, and we executed. So really happy how that one went. But so yeah, this week we're going to be facing Konamiplsnerf. Just a little bit about Konami is, first and foremost, before anything else, he stole my Raging Bolt. I always talk about how I was sniped and stolen and this and that. It was my second game plan. I had the first one with the Chempal, then I got sniped on that. I wanted the Raging Bolt as a backup, and then that one was gone too. So that one really sucked, the fact that that was gone as well. So, which kind of forced me into the team that you see before you. So that's always fun. Like he's enjoying it. He's using it well. Again, just a little bit about the actual creator, Konamiplsnerf. He's a great editor. One of the first things I noticed when he actually joined, he was actually a referral to this league from somebody I originally invited. So it's not like I didn't want him. It was more just like the person that I invited actually wasn't able to do it. And he says, hey, how about my friend, Konamiplsnerf? I'm like, well, I don't even know who this is. Checked out his channel. I'm like, guy knows how to edit. He definitely knows his editing, and his content was fantastic. So I was like, talked to him for a few minutes, and we were good to go. We're off to the races. So glad to have him on board. He's 1-1 currently right now in the season. He won week 1 and fell week 2. And so both of us were both 1-1, looking to get that edge, going to go 2-1 at the end of the week. Again, just a little bit more about what he does. So he does a lot of fun ladder videos as well. I know he picks some unique things, and he also teaches a little bit as well. When it comes to the content, he tries to show people how to get better at the game as well. So go check out Konami's channel, go subscribe, and then go follow all of his matches throughout the season. And I guess a little bit onto what we're going to be facing this week. So his team, looking at his team here, you'll probably look at the screen right now. You have mine on top, his on bottom. And he's got the Raging Bolt, the Murkrow, Terrakion, Regigigas is always tough to deal with. Brute Bonnet, Ninetales for the Drought Sun, Metacham just for some tomfoolery. I actually had my eye on this little guy in my draft as well. I know what the fun stuff it can do, so makes me a little nervous. Typhlosion Hisui to go along with his Sun mode, and the Ambipom to actually help out with his Terrakion, because we'll get into exactly what that does as well. But just to break them down one by one, I guess we'll start with the Raging Bolt, because why not? The Raging Bolt, the reason why this thing is so threatening is because Dragon Electric, as we found out in recent memory, Dragon Electric is a very good typing. Miraidon is that typing, and it's one of the most broken things ever. Yes, the Hadron Engine and stuff like that makes it very, very good, but the Raging Bolt is also very good as well with that same typing. It doesn't have a lot of weaknesses, and it hits really, really hard with Dragon and the Electric Stab. So, and it's also super, super tanky. This thing, like just looking down here, it's got 137 special attack, which is even higher than Fluttermane's, which is nuts. And, well, at least it has, you know, it's got a lot of special attack, so it's probably pretty frail, right? Nah, 125 HP, 91 defense, 89 special defense. And it does have a middling speed tier, so it can be run in fast or slow mode, depending on what you want. So in some cases, that's actually better for a team that you wanted to build as well. Some people like the max or the min, like super, super fast or super, super slow. There's a nice thing about having a middle speed Pokemon. You just don't want a lot of them on the same team. Mine has that. It's not a problem. It is a problem. Anyway, yeah, coping. All right, so basically that's the Raging Bolt. This thing just hits really, really hard. A Draco Meteor in the sun with this photosynthesis boost is going to hit very, very hard. Have to navigate that. And the defensive tears, there's a plethora of options Raging Bolt has, so definitely have to watch out for that. Moving into how we're going to set the sun, we have the Murkrow here, and also to set the Tailwind as well. So Murkrow with the Prankster ability can set the sun at a +1 priority with Sunny Day if it likes, or it can set the speed. So Raging Bolt next to the Murkrow could be very difficult for me, or anybody for that matter. because if you don't have the speed advantage, you can go for a Tailwind, and if you have the speed advantage and you just want to go for the damage, you can go for the Sun, and Murkrow also gets a bunch of other fun things as well, like Taunt, Quash, and so on and so forth. And not to mention, with Brave Bird, this thing does hit kind of hard, so this thing could kind of surprise you. Hurricanes could do a lot too, so we'll have to see exactly what kind of Murkrow he wants to run. And also, being a Dark type is also immune to my Prankster, which kind of sucks as well. So he has a little bit of an advantage there, but we'll see if we can navigate that. Terrakion, we're going to get into as the third Pokemon on his team. Terrakion is very, very scary. This thing has been a VGC staple for a while. Less so since, you know, since Terastallization has come out, and a little bit of power creep since Scarlet and Violet has come out. But this thing has always been a threat with Beat Up and Justified, giving it a +4 on a turn 1. With +4 attack with the Justified ability next to a beat up Pokemon such as Whimsicott, or it could be Mousehold, it could be Ambipom like he has on the team. So this thing is very, very scary. I've also seen weakness policies, so it gets the +6, so it takes the 4 beat ups, and then it gets the +4 from the Justified ability, but it also gets the extra +2 from weakness policy as well. So +6 Rock Slides that are stab are very much going to hurt, so we got to watch out for that as well. And also, the close combat goes into my team pretty well. This thing can hold a bunch of different items as well. It has a lot of weaknesses, so I expect this to be more so the Terra candidate if it comes. The Weezing is there to go next to the Gigas. I guess I could do both of these together, but I'll just do the Weezing first. This thing is more really, really annoying than anything, just because it gets moves like Taunt, which really hurts my team, Will-O-Wisp, which really hurts my Ogerpon and potentially my Mudsdale. It just poison stab into the Ogerpon, the Enamorus. This thing is definitely coming. There's no question that this thing is coming. So we'll have to see if we can navigate that as well, because it shuts off my abilities, including my Klefki, shuts off my Sturdy, shuts off my Overcoat on the Enamorus, all the abilities that we always love to make Pokemon what they are. But next to the Gigas, this Weezing gets really difficult. So the Gigas itself, this thing has legendary stats. I know it is technically a legendary, but this thing, without its with the slow start ability, it's not super threatening. With it, it is very dangerous. 160 attack stat. This thing is very, very scary. This thing is restricted type stats. I think it's 680, which is actually a restricted stat, like base stat total, which is nuts. And again, with 110 HP, 110 defense, and 110 special defense is very, very scary. It has 100 speed, so it's enough. So this thing could just hit super, super hard. I know Crush Grip and Double Edge and stuff like that hits really hard, and it gets a lot of coverage as well. So we'll have to see exactly which one he wants to bring. The Brute Bonnet is probably the most difficult Pokemon on the team for me this week, just because Spore goes into my team really well. I do have ways of getting around it, but again, it's just so annoying, and it does a lot of damage to begin with. So this is another Terra candidate on the team. Rage Powder, Spore, Sucker Punch could be really annoying, and then just the Grass Stab could be really, really annoying as well. So I have to watch out for that. Very good pivot for a lot of the ways I want to hit his top tier mons. Ninetales is his Sunsetter, a secondary Sunsetter with Drought. I think it's probably less likely on the side of coming, just because you have other ways of setting Sun. I think the Murkrow might be a little bit better with the manual Sun rather than having the Ninetales there, but you never know. But yeah, it gets a bunch of weird things like Will-O-Wisp, Snarl. It hits hard in its own Sun. It's fast enough, so it's not my favorite Pokemon in the world, but it does have some things it can do, but I'm not sure if it's going to make an appearance this week. The Medicham, Fake Out Trick Room is always really scary. I don't think it gets Imprisoned. I'll actually look that up really quick right now. 1 second. Does it get Imprisoned? I think I looked this up and it does not. Medicham. Oh, it does. Look at that. Okay, well, that's a good thing to find out right before the match. But anyway, the team's done. This is what we're dealing with. So Fake Out Trick Room, I always think is really scary, but because my team likes Trick Room, it might not be that much of an issue, but the Fake Out could be. This thing also hits really hard. It's the strongest close combat in the game with the Pure Power ability. This thing can hit very, very, very hard with a close combat. So gotta watch out for that. And some fun things. Obviously, you can skill swap the Pure Power onto the Regigigas, getting rid of the slow start and doubling its already massive attack. So could be a little scary. Typhlosion Hisui, on the other hand, is on the special side. It is unfake outable, not like I have Fake Out on my team to begin with, but this thing, Specs Eruption, is just so difficult to deal with, especially in the sun. So this thing could have Specs, it could have Scarf. I think I'm more so leaning on the Choice Scarf item on the Typhlosion this week. But yeah, this thing with its Shadow Ball hits things really hard, and just the eruption. So we'll definitely need some answers for, like, Gouging Fire looks pretty good in the sun too. So if you want to set it, by all means, right? And then the Ambipom, another fake out user, could be a problem for me, but mostly there to enable that Terrakion with its beat up. Beat up, obviously, we mentioned, boosting the attack of the Terrakion. So it's definitely something that's, it can do other things too. This thing with Technician, it hits very, very hard with like Triple Axle, fake out. I think one time I had like, I think it was like a Salamence I had one time, and I got faked out by an Ambipom, and it did like 40% of my health. I'm like, what in the world? Because Stab Technician, they could hurt, and Normal Gem as well. So that's always the thing as well that you could do. So that's the team. So who do we think is coming? What do we think is less likely than anything? More likely, less likely? I think that what we're expecting is probably the Raging Bolt, Terrakion, the Typhlosion Hisui, the Brute Bonnet, and the Murkrow. I think those are very, very good brings. I like to predict 5 and then have a little bit of a wild card with my possibilities, which is the Ambipom for just a fake out user to enable the Terrakion, the Regigigas to go along with the Wheezing if it comes, but I do think both of them are going to come. We're not just going to see one without the other. The Wheezing I think is also possible as well, but I do think it's really hard to fit it on a team that likes those 5 that I'm expecting. And then on the unlikely side, because I mentioned the Manual Sun might be a little bit better with the Murkrow, and then you have the, so the Ninetales I think is less likely to come, and the Medicham, again, I think if we're going to see a fake out user this week, I think it's most likely going to be the Ambipom, just so it can enable the Terrakion that's looked so good into my team as well. But, so that's his team. So if I haven't bored you to death with a team that's not mine, you guys are here to see my team. So how are we going to beat Konami this week? Here's how we're going to beat Konami this week. First of all, we're going to bring the Cresselia, and we're going to bring a Terra Dragon because we got to watch out for that eruption spam in the sun. Very, very scary. So when you have the Terra Dragon to resist it, I could have gone with other ones, but Dragon seemed a little bit better. The Helping Hand, the Lunar Blessing, the Psychic. We just want to be able to hit something with our Psychic. Last week was with Expanding Force. This week is with Psychic. Again, this is a full defensive build with a little bit of special defense, and we optimize the HP stat. But the Covert Cloak item, because one of the problems with this matchup was deciding which item to run on the Cresselia. Do we want to stop Fake Out? Do we want to stop Spore? And do we want to stop Taunt? So all 3 things stop the Cresselia. We can get around all 3 of those by running it next to the Ogerpon, but it's not ideal because Ogerpon's not exactly the slowest thing in the world. But we decided to go against the defense against, I was going to say the Dark Arts, I'm a Harry Potter guy, but to stop against the Fake Out and also the Rock Slide spam too. I don't want to, if I get flinched from a Rock Slide from that Terrakion lead, am I going to lose the game? The answer is probably. So we just wanted to go defend against that, and we'll deal with the other ways like the Taunt, we'll deal with the Spores as well, which is a tall order. So we'll just have to see how it goes from there with the Cresselia. Best friend next to Cresselia has got to be the Mudsdale. Mudsdale, last week, the Cresselia, we were running the Iron Ball, so this week we can freely Earthquake against this, no problem. We do have the Terra Fire on there, again, to deal with the Eruption stuff. High Horsepower, just in case he wants to go for a Wide Guard with his Regigigas. And also, if we don't want to hit our partner, we do have a single target ground move. Body Press, because we have the Stamina ability, we don't have to worry about any sort of Intimidate, so we don't have to worry about running the Inner Focus or the Own Tempo. Terra Fire, Terra Blast could be nice into the Brute Bonnet, so we can actually we might be able to see that interaction with Terra Fire, Terra Blast in his own sun. That could be really, really nice if you want to enable my fire coverage on the Mudsdale, and it defends against the Will-O-Wisp stuff, against the Wheezing and potentially other Will-O-Wisp users. So that would be our Mudsdale. The Enamorous Therian, as I've been talking all season, Fairy Ground is a fantastic combination in Trick Room, and not even just in Trick Room in general. Just those 2 moves hit everything they need to hit. So we have a Choice Specs Enamorous Therian. This thing is going to go off, I hope. We have the Moonblast, we have the Dazzling Gleam, so again, we have the spread and the single target. Earth Power, because we have the Terra Ground to boost it, and just in case we run into a situation where he's got his fire types on the field, we can at least hit them super effectively. Mystical Fire, I doubt it's being used, but it's more so, it was hard to pick this last slot anyway, so I doubt we're going to click it, but just in case we wanted to lower the special attack for an end game, we have the option of doing it with the Mystical Fire and the 100% special attack drop. Max special attack investment, optimize the HP, and move on, right? The Ogerpon Cornerstone has been a great utility piece and offensive piece this season, but we've got the Ivy Cudgel Follow Me, Spiky Shield, pretty standard on most Ogerpon Cornerstone sets, but we do have a little bit of spice in the Bullet Seed. So Bullet Speed does do the grass coverage that we need to do against potential Terra Waters, and also that Terrakion, but Bullet Seed is more so there just in case we want to have it next to the Mudsdale. We can go for a Bullet Seed into our Mudsdale after the Terrifier is done to give it a stamina boost for every single hit. You know, may my RNG be in my favor to hit all 5 or 4 at least. That way we can get our body press maxed out, and potentially, if he's going with his physical attackers, completely wall the end game. So that could be really cool as well. I can't choose the item, can't choose the Terra type, it's already by default. And we just went for max just in case we didn't want to be outsped by the... what is it? We didn't want to... oh, we wanted to outspeed the Terrakion. We're sturdy, so whatever. Let's just max it out. We are jolly though, right? Yeah, we are jolly. So I guess we could have technically dropped it to 177, but whatever. Not a big deal. We're sturdy anyway, it's 1 point. It doesn't matter until it actually matters, right guys? Anyway, next on the list, Gouging Fire, my #1 pick for the season, is going to do another week where it does well. We have the Terra Fairy, just a great defensive Terra against this team, mostly against that Raging Bolt. We got Protect, Dragon Claw, Flare Blitz, Breaking Swipe. Breaking Swipe was more so there. I think we had actually the Howl on here at one point, but it wasn't really getting clicked. The Breaking Swipe more so just to stop the physical attackers, and also just to hit around the redirection from the Brute Bonnet. The Booster Energy just so we can be faster than potential Scarf users, and also his faster Pokemon on the team. So there's not really much to write home about for this Gouging Fire. Just does a lot of good things. Really defensive. Again, we're just maxing out the speed, not like 157 plus the booster hits anything specific. It's more so we can have the most amount of attack possible. I'm probably going to run that most weeks, just in case it doesn't really matter, and then we just kind of go for whatever other spread we want. Last but not least, we have the Gengar on the team. Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb is how we're going to do our damage this week. Terra Poison, just in case that Brute Bonnet matchup comes up, we can just hit it and KO it. Focus Sash survives the Sucker Punch, obviously, because it's Focus Sash. And also, it's any sort of dart coverage that comes out, or whatever it might be, we can still deal with it. Will-O-Wisp does get us around a potential Sucker Punch battle. We can go for Will-O-Wisp into the Sucker Punch, and we can burn it so it does half damage for the rest of the match. And also we can burn the Terrakion, we can burn other things like the Gigas as well. It was between Will-O-Wisp and Taunt, so it was just a matter of one or the other. You can make a case for either. Me and my front office, we were kind of debating back and forth which one, and we decided on Will-O-Wisp. So, and that's basically the Gengar right there. So, as we can see, the team is it's kind of running what it likes to run. We have the hard Trick Room this week a little bit. We have a little bit of fast mode, a little bit of support, and a little bit of an everything burger this week. So that's how we're going to beat Konami this week. Best of luck to my opponent this week. And before we dive into the battle, yeah, it's pretty much, I guess, just our countdown. The match will start in 3, 2, now. All right. We got week 3 versus Konamiplsnerf, and we are just getting set up here. So let me just double check and see if he said good luck, have fun, because you cannot start without saying that. Yeah, all good, sir. Good luck, have fun. Perfect. We are good to go. We've got our Terra types. I'll try to explain them as we go, but we got to see what our game plans actually... oh, music. Huge. Biggest thing we have to deal with right now. Oh, wait. Why is my... there we go. We are good now. Let me see. What do we do? Carmine? I don't know. Sure. Ooh, I hear Kieran 2's not bad, right? Yeah, let's do Kieran 2. Why not? Alright, so we got the Wheezing Gigas combo. The Gigas is Terra Fire, so we can't burn it. The Wheezing is Flying, so we can't hit it with ground. You got the Raging Bolt, the Bonnet. The Bonnet was a big problem in testing. And we have the Hisuian Typhlosion and the Ninetales. So because there's really no speed control on this team, I would imagine this is a Scarf Typhlosion. So we just have to watch out for that. So the question is how do we want to beat him? How do we want to beat him today? We have a few different options. I'm thinking I'm predicting late game Bonnet, but if he goes early game Bonnet, we might be in a bit of trouble. So I think he's going to try to like roar my Trick Room setter. So maybe we try to go for like a late game Trick Room. Let's just go. And we have to bring the Gouging Fire. Let me see. So I feel like Gengar is not game 1. I want to see what he has first before we commit to like the full Trick Room. I want to see that roar. And if we lead like this, we're not going to... oh, shoot! I slipped and I hit okay, so I guess this is what we're doing. That's come on, goodness. Guys, you have no idea the anxiety right now. What did I even pick? Oh my goodness, we got Ogerpon and the Mudsdale, and then we've got the Cresselia in the back with the Gouging Fire. Oh my goodness. I kind of feel like I wanted to lead the Gouging Fire. Maybe game 2. Yo, this sucks, man. I was actually... I might not have changed anything, but like, I'm like, oh, all right, what are we gonna do? Flick. Uh-oh. The odds of me even hitting the A button too. All right, back in the game. Back in the game. All right, we go. What are we gonna do? Regigigas. Okay, that makes sense. So we have no abilities right now. Regigigas. So we can't actually get our stamina boost right now. I feel like we just want to double the crap out of that. That Gigas is big, by the way. Do we just want to double it? Yeah, there's neutralizing gas. We gotta watch out for items too. Okay. So we could just go for it. Like, I feel like a Will-O-Wisp makes sense here. So like, I almost don't. I don't know what he's gonna do here. Is he gonna set up? Like, this is actually so difficult. Like, I feel like doubling the Wheezing right now. If we could get Will-O-Wisp though, and that might be a little bit of a problem, but Will-O-Wisp the Mudsdale? But I feel like this double up might do it. So let's try that. This is very weird. I'm not expecting this. Yo, clean up your Gigas, man. That thing's dirty. Of course he protects. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Okay, what is this Gigas doing then? Because I actually wanted to double that Gigas. How are you hitting me right now? Knockoff. Okay, there goes my... That did so much damage. Holy crap. Is that banded? Whoa. Alright, well, that might be banded. Well, you can't hit me with a knockoff again that hard, so maybe we just double the Wheezing again. But, like... That hit really hard. That hit way too freaking hard. What could you switch in right now? Nothing really, so let's just try that Wheezing again, you think? I kind of want to protect this thing now. Yeah, let's do this. Man, we're on our back foot already. This kind of sucks. That did so much damage to my Mudsdale. Mudsdale is a bulky Pokemon, so that very well could be banded. Maybe like a banded knockoff. So if he knocks off again, we're going to predict the Choice Band. Yeah, I think a Will-O-Wisp makes sense here. I have Cudgel, so yeah, so it's not Scarf. Ooh, that hit pretty hard. Press Grip. Okay, so it's not banded. That hits so hard. Holy crap. This is crazy. Alright, so it is... Leftovers. Okay, Leftovers on the Wheezing. Protect. Sludge Bomb. Crush Grip. And then Knock Off. So it's not Life Orb. Okay, so I kind of want to double that Gigas right now, right? Breaking Swipe? That would lower the damage output too. Yeah, let's do that. I feel like you protect the Wheezing here because you know I'm targeting it down, so let's just go for that that Gigas. This isn't gonna KO it, but it's not gonna like this, especially with the stat drop. Could be Clear Amulet, but I do have an Intimidate user, so it actually very well could be. Yeah, there's the Protect, makes sense. So we go after that Gigas. Cool, that did enough, and Breaking Swipe goes off. Is this Clear Amulet? We're about to find out. Yes, it is Clear Amulet. Alright, so this thing just hits that hard. That's the crazy part. Okay, so I feel like you protect the Gigas here, maybe? We are kind of okay set up for a... how much did I do to that Wheezing the first time? I feel like this is going to be close. But it just protected the Wheezing, so I feel like we just go for it again. Let's protect here. Because I don't want to take a KO right now, but like, it'd be nice if we could pick up that wheezing right now. That would be very nice. Yeah, we're attacking around the protects. This is good. He's giving us a lot of information right now. No, it didn't pick up. So we could have gone Scary Face. Okay, into the... Interesting. Okay. So now this goes first. But we're faster than the Gigas, so... I kind of want to attack the Gigas here with a Dragon Claw. Or do we double the Gigas? We're not going to get a hit off here, so maybe we go for Follow Me. But it's not going to go first anyway. Let's go for Spiky Shield. And then let's go for a Dragon Claw into this Gigas. Is this going to KO, though, is the question. I feel like I need to Flare Blitz, but he could... If he Terra Fires here, that'd be crazy. Let's go for a Spiky Shield, and let's go for a Flare Blitz into the... He did Terra. Oh my goodness, we could have gone for the Dragon Claw. That's crazy. Good read. Good for you. Yeah, Dragon Claw might have gotten there. It might not have gotten there, but... Yeah, that's just a good read. Spiky Shield. Did you target... Double target that Ogre Pawn? So there's a Flare Blitz. I really don't like that recoil too, though. Might be in Breaking Swipe range if we don't die here. High horsepower, yeah. Nice play, dude. Crit did not matter. High horsepower, so we do have the whole set. Sludge Bomb goes off. Okay, so now we can just Follow Me Trick Room here, actually, right? Ooh, but then the... Yeah, but then he can go for the attack, and then he can go for the taunt, so... We're not in the best position here, actually, at all. It's gotta have taunt, right? Yeah, I don't like this position we're in at all. I feel like we might need to go with this. This is so bad right now, because we're... Even that Scary Face, actually. Scary... The last move has to be taunt, right? Do we bait it out just to find out? Well, we might be faster than the Wheezing, so we could probably go for a Psychic, actually. Let's go for a Follow Me. And do we Psychic the Wheezing? Yeah, let's try that. I just don't want to get taunted and just have, like, everything wasted, right? But I feel like we lose anyway. This is just his lead, right? Like, we're in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, this Wheezing Gigas. There's a knockoff, okay. And is this a taunt? It's gotta be a taunt. Has to. Oh, okay, so Psychic goes off, so we don't find out. Cool, so now we might be able to get a Trick Room off. We haven't Terra'd yet, so there's a slow start, so... what are we gonna do here? So we can go for a... We have to go for Trick Room, right? Trick Room Earthquake, I think? He's already Terra'd, so Bonnet would make sense here, actually. If he brings out Bonnet, I think this game's just over and we gotta think of another game plan. Yeah, there's the Bonnet. Crap! This is so bad. And we are Covert Cloak, right? Where's our item? There's the Cloak. Yeah, so we're just gonna get scored here. And there's nothing we can do about it. So we can go for a... Terrifier, Helping Hand, Earthquake. Oh, Terrifier, Helping Hand. This might be our only play here. Because he's just going to Spore us, right? Not a whole lot we can do. I don't think... And I don't think there was a Booster Energy. I might be kicking myself if we miss that. So Helping Hand goes off. Yeah, we attack around the Protect. That's fine. But the Spore goes into the Cresselia, right? Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, and then we just lose anyway, right? Because now he's able to hit us with a high horsepower, I guess, right? Ooh, that does pick up. Okay, cool. This is interesting. There's not a lot of HP on that Gigas. Depending on what's left in the back, this could be really interesting. Yeah, Raging Bolt comes out. Okay. So we are sleeping. So we just get doubled here, right? And this is a guaranteed turn of sleep too. So we go for an Earthquake here. Let's go for a Helping Hand again. It's a guaranteed turn of sleep. It's not a whole lot we can do. I think he just doubles the Mudsdale and then he just cruises to a win, right? There is a universe where we could win this, like on a one-turn sleep or something like that. But Mudsdale doesn't get a hit off here, right? Unless he splits his damage for some reason. But this is just a high horsepower into the Mudsdale and then like a Draco. Right? Draco Meteor. Ooh, you dropped your special attack. Oh, and then knock off. Yeah. Yeah, we go down. This game is over. Yeah, knockoff goes off, so Draco Meteor. Wait, that didn't do much. We lost our cloak. Hold on a second. This is interesting now. Because you're a -2 Raging Bolt. Thunderbolt goes off. This is not doing much damage. Hold on a Crush Grip. What? No, hold on a second. Wake up. Wake up would be great. Oh, yo, let's go. Hold on a second. We might win this. No way. Okay, Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, don't crit me. Okay, we're gonna heal. Oh my goodness, no way. Hold on, he's doing less to me than I'm healing. Hold on a second. I feel like he needs a crit. Or a para. Yeah, we're just gonna keep healing for a second. Oh my goodness, I feel like that Draco Meteor was a little greedy. He didn't really need to do that. This is interesting. Thunderbolt goes off. I'm gonna get parried at some point. Let's get another Lunar Blessing off for a second. And if we do get parried, we can heal it off too, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we're healing more than he's doing, so... but I am bound to get crit if I keep doing this, so let's do some damage here. Psychic. Special defense drop would be nice. Ooh, that's probably AV. I feel like we lose this. It's gonna be close, but I think we lose this. Yeah, this gotta be Assault Vest. We just don't do enough damage, boys. This is really interesting. If he gets a crit, I'm in a bit of trouble here. No. Let's go for a Psychic. Yeah, the fact that I'm doing so little with Psychic. This is a really weird endgame. Lunar Blessing. So it's not the Calm Mindset, right? It's not going to be the Calm Mindset. Trick Room doesn't help us. Helping Hand, it's just Psychic till the end of the game, right? I don't know if we have enough Lunar Blessings, though. Thunderbolt goes off. Let's go for a Psychic. We're in crit range. I feel like we need to get out of crit range here. Can we pull this off? The little Cresselia that could. Psychic goes off. There's no secondary effects, which is crazy right now. Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. I feel like now that I don't get to go first, this changes things. I think the T-Bolt might pick me up now. Did he go for Draco? Oh, he did! He picks me up. Wait a second. Now he's... Hold on a second. And I couldn't go. Guys. Guys. You know what? He knocked off a bunch of those T-Bolts. He was bound to get one, right? I feel like we need to get Trick Room up, and then we're just gonna wipe him, right? Crap. I feel like we didn't put ourselves in a great position to win that anyway. So Regigigas. We definitely have to change it up. Knockoff. So we found out that I'm not Mentaler. So like, knockoff taunt. I feel like we can get our Trick Room mode in pretty safely. Let's just go hard Trick Room and see what he does. Let's go Blueberry. Sure, why not? Yeah, we're just gonna go with the hard Trick Room. We're gonna go super brainless here. We're gonna go Follow Me Trick Room, and then we're gonna just get the Trick Room mode on as quick as we can and just do as much damage as humanly possible, and we'll be okay there. Okay, so we're gonna go for this, 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 this. And I'm trying to think what he can do to stop both. I guess Terra Grass? Terra Grass might hurt, and then when Trick Room's over, I have the Ogerpon, so I might have to actually switch my Ogerpon to get my Trick Room on the field, and it might be that Mudsdale that can do it. We have a minute, so let's think about this. Follow Me Trick Room does get the Trick Room up. The Scary Face is there, so he could side Scary Face to underspeed me, but are you really going to underspeed the other two, though? Like, if you're max speed... Like, I don't think you're max speed, but could be close. And then we have the Ogerpon to switch in later. Yeah, that knockoff just did so much damage. And also, we got caught on a Protect turn 1. Like, I know Weezing likes to Protect turn 1, but I wasn't exactly sure. I was expecting a Will-O-Wisp, but now I know he doesn't have it. He definitely has Taunt. It's got to be Taunt. It's not Will-O-Wisp. I'm just going to put Taunt on there. So we have the whole set. We have the Raging Bolt. We actually... And the Bonnet, we didn't find out anything, right? We found nothing about that. Ninetales Typhlosion. Okay, so we are prepared for this. So we have the Terra Dragon on this. But both Terra Grass candidates, though. So only one can be Scarfed, though, is the question. Do I just want to attack here? Neither of these things get Taunt, actually. So I could just cudgel that Typhlosion, actually. Like, what do I want to get rid of here? What's more threatening? That Ninetales getting Roar could really suck, actually. So I feel like we want to go for Follow Me, Terra Dragon, and Trick Room. And if he goes for Roar, I get a free switch into my Sweeper. I know Roar is really specific, but like, I think I lose if he gets that turn off. So we're doing this. We're doing the Terra Dragon for double spread, for the Eruption stuff. And we're getting the Follow Me off, so we actually won't know. Well, we will. If the Typhlosion goes first, it'll be faster than the Ninetales. So he's going for a Terra too. Terra Grass, okay. So he has no Terra left. So I feel like that means we're getting our... If this is Roar, that's fantastic, because then we get a free swap into our Trick Room Sweeper. So the next Pokemon we want on the field is our Enamorate. That's what we want. Let me see. Follow Me goes off. Is it faster is the question. Ninetales is first. Okay, there's the Heat Wave. And if you Erupt here, Heat Wave again, you pick up our Follow Me user. Perfect. We get a free switch in. We get a free switch in. And this is double Heat Wave. So Trick Room goes off. Cool. So we can Helping Hand and then Dazzling Gleam. and that would probably pick up that that Typhlosion. But I feel like I want to get our Mudsdale on the field now too, right? So Dazzling Gleam is resisted by the Ninetales, but do we pick up this? Come on, mouse, figure it out. Like this, Helping Hand into the Typhlosion Terra. No, we are just short. So let's go for a D-Gleam here, and we can hard switch in. Let's go for a D-Gleam, and then let's go for a Psychic into the Typhlosion. Yeah, because if he protects here, well, we should pick up that Typhlosion now. Psychic should pick up, right? Yes, cool, we get a KO. All right, I would like to get the Mudsdale on the field. That would be very nice if we could do that. And then, is this just a Heat Wave? That's off, cool. That did a lot of damage. I didn't like that. But we're locked into Dazzling Gleam though, and he's already Terra'd, so Brute Bonnet comes in. We're gonna Helping Hand D-Gleam now. Okay, so it is Booster Spadef. Okay, so let's go for a Dazzling Gleam here. And do we go for Helping Hand here? No, let's go for Lunar Blessing. Well, we won't get it off, actually, so we have to go for Helping Hand. Hopefully this... Oh, it's Booster Spadef. I'm not going to get the KO here. But you can't actually Spore my Enamorous because we're overcode. Hopefully he doesn't know that. That'd be really nice. Helping Hand goes off. And is this a Spore into my Cresselia? The demon-looking love thing. Let's go. Nope. Close, though. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, he was sun boosted, so it's not the, I forgot the sun was up. So Spore goes off, that makes sense. So that means we're gonna get another hit with our Enamorous here. It'd be nice if we missed one of these things, that'd be great. Oh, crit, okay. How many turns of Trick Room do we have left? 2? Well... So we do KO both of them here, but we can catch him on a Protect. Let's do this. Because Sucker Punch... Ooh, Sucker Punch might pick up my Enamorous, you think? That would be kind of crazy if it did. Dazzling Gleam goes off, cleans up. Free switch. Okay. So, he is down 3 Mons. I am up 3 Mons. I have one more turn to Trick Room left. What left is in the back? Probably the Raging Bolt, right? I guess you can, like, Thunderclap or... Yeah, it's gotta be... Alright, so we're going to... So, here's my question. I actually can't remember... If I miss my... I'm pretty sure Earthquake just does more damage, right? I'm gonna get Thunderclap. Do I care? Like, I'm not... It's not doing anything, right? Like... Oh, I can switch moves, though. Okay. I'm not sure if that was the right move. It might have been. Because I was thinking, like, this thing also needs to, like, have its turn of sleeps, too. Okay, is this Draco Meteor into this slot? Okay, Draco Meteor, yeah. We live, right? Yeah. Cool. Alright, so... Unfortunately, he is faster now. Whoa, but he's not sun boosted anymore. Hold on. Alright, Trick Room's done. Let's set Trick Room again. And let's get this thing on the field. If you Draco again, which you have to Draco. Yeah, you have to Draco again. And you're just gonna whiff. So we're just trying to wake up here. I think we have to stay asleep this turn. I think. Trick Meteor. Cool. Cresselia is faster than this this Raging Bolt though, so we're just trying to wake up here. So let's go for Lunar Blessing here. No, we want to set Trick Room. That's what it is. We want to set Trick Room. And we're going to switch back into Mudsdale. Because, again, he's got Thunderbolt, probably Thunderclap, Draco Meteor. You're not using Draco Meteor on this thing. Cool. Oh my goodness, wake up! Please wake up! Oh my goodness, alright. I think we have to switch again, right? We have to. And I'm okay with you reading me. How many turns have we stayed asleep? I guess it doesn't tell me. So let's go for Trick Room here. And then let's switch in this. And if you read me for some reason, then whatever. I just need the Trick Room up and then I win. This is a weird endgame. Bleeding HP though. Draco Meteor into this slot. Oh no. Well, you can only hit one of me. Oh, it's actually so funny. He just read that. He's like, I don't want Trick Room to go up. But anyway, I think we win here anyway. Unless he, like, he doesn't have a spread move. No. And if he does, it can't hit my my horse anyway. So let's go for Earthquake. I guess we just go for Moonblast. Sure. And, oh, it doesn't pick up. So does that mean he doesn't have Thundercloud? Because Moonblast just picks up here. Oh, unless he was trying to read the Protect. No, that's fine. Alright, well, we took game 2, so Trick Room was the way. So he's just Heat Waving, guys. So he doesn't have Roar. He would have protected there too, so I'm pretty sure that's like a Specs Typhlosion, you think? Well, I think the way we won that game on that double up into the Typhlosion, instead of going for a Helping Hand, we just went for the, yeah, we just went for the double up, and that actually gave us the extra damage that we needed, right? I wasn't sure that Psychic was going to pick up there. That's the crazy part, because I know Cresselia is pretty weak. I know it's pretty weak, so... Okay, what's our game plan for this one? I feel like he might just want to go for the, Do we go the Gengar and then... Is it the Gengar? Is it ever the Gengar? Because I feel like he just goes for that Wheezing Gigas again. Like, it was just so devastating, right? Like... Terra Fire actually is really hurting me right now. Sludge Bomb into this thing. Maybe we just go Cresselia and the offense. I feel like it gives us a bunch of different options here. So Cresselia and Gouging Fire, I guess? I could. I have the Gouging Fire in the back just in case he wants to lead that Sun mode again. So he's got High Horsepower, Crush Grip, Knockoff, Protect. So he's got the Terra Fire for my Enamorous, but he also... I could Terra Ground, actually. That'd be really good, you think? But that's such an early Terra. Do I want to do that? Or I just do this again. I could just do this again and just play it differently. Like, you have to have Taunt, right? But again, if you Taunt, I go for Follow Me. Yeah, let's do that. I know we have like 30 seconds left, but I feel like it just makes sense. We have a lot of different options with this lead. And if you want to Spore, I feel like a Bonnet lead makes sense, but you can't Spore my Ogerpon, so I could just go for Follow Me, Trick Room again. But then I could just keep going for Follow Me, honestly, but then I'm going to be wasting my turn. So if we're going to do this, I feel like we need to preserve our Ogerpon for late game. And then the Ivy Cudgel will just do a lot, so it'd be nice if we could save things a bit. Ooh, does a Helping Hand Ivy Cudgel get me anywhere? Oh, we didn't change our music. Yeah, Wheezing Gigas, I figured that would be a thing. So, Gigas is 110 defense. Yeah, it's funny we both switch sides. I feel like you taunt with the wheezing here, so I might be able to catch you on a switching. So like I could just go for a, because I'm faster, right? I feel like I can hit that Gigas for half. But that's no bulk on Gigas, right? So I can go for Helping Hand here, but he'll Spore me. Let's get this in here, because I'll resist the knockoff. And then I go for a Ivy Cudgel here. It's not Will-O-Wisp, it's gotta be Taunt, right? And if you taunt me, I guess that's fine. Yeah, we can switch around a bit, yeah. Because like that last game, Trick Room was so good, he needs to stop it really badly. This is just a taunt, right? Taunt knockoff. Ivy Cudgel, crit would be nice. Nope, did more than half, but we'll take it. High horsepower into me. Sludge Bomb into me. Taunt, yeah, there it is, cool. Awesome. So we can go for Earth Power now. And we are faster, so we can get that Gigas right now, right? Does the Earth Power get there? Ooh, it's close. If he's max, yeah, let's go for the Earth Power. And let's go for the Cudgel into the Gigas, right? Like, what's he gonna do? We can just Spiky Shield if we want, catch him on his own Protect. Yeah, let's do that. I feel like he's gonna protect his Gigas and then go for the Sludge Bomb, see if he can pick it up. Yeah, Spiky Shield's fine. Like, we're not really any danger here, right? Like, I guess the Weezing could hit... He could double my Enamorous. That'd be... I guess that's something, but, like, I feel like he's just gonna lose his Gigas, right? Oh, he protected that slot. Okay, did he double protect? No, he didn't. High horsepower goes into me. Dude! What in the world? You would have lost your guy. Okay. So he's got Bonnet there, right? So he could switch that in right now. I feel like I need to go for the Gigas, right? I could Terra Ground Earth Power, but then... Let's get the Cresselia back on the field, right? Sludge Bomb, I guess. Let's do this. Yo, if he Terra Flyings, could you imagine? Let's see, because we did half at neutral. This is actually a crazy turn. Like, I know we're playing a little reedy here, so he didn't Terra because our Enamorous Terra. This is a lot of fun. This is again, I was not sure how to play this game. I knew I had a good team this week. Like, we planned for it really well, but like, Cudgel goes up, hits that slot. Surprising he would have just let me do it though. High horsepower, that's fine. And then we pick up your Gigas, right? Bomb doesn't do much. Yeah, of course you get poison. Well, we have a Lunar Blessing for that, so that's okay. Okay. So Bonnet looks like it'd be a good bring here right now. Because we are also locked into the... Yeah, we're locked into the Earth Power now, so we need to actually switch. Yeah, if Bonnet comes in here, we're in a bit of trouble because Sleep and Spore are on the table, right? Okay, so we're not taunted anymore. Thank God. I feel like we might need to be doing some pivoting here. Because, like, again, Spore taunt, like... Yeah, here comes the Bonnet, unfortunately. Well, we are faster, so I think this is just Protect Spore, you think, right? Yeah, we need to swap our moves, unfortunately. So we need to get the horse on the field and go for a Psychic. But, like, I feel like this is just a Protect with the Weezing here. Yeah, I need something to hit that Bonnet. I just can't do it right now. Yeah, protect Spore makes perfect sense, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it. It'd be nice if he didn't protect. If he went for the taunt, that'd be really nice, because then I'd just pick him up. Because Cresselia is faster than both of them, so if he doesn't protect here, we pick up a Pokemon. Come on, don't protect. Don't be good at the game. Okay, we got the Psychic up. Okay, so there goes the Weezing. But this is definitely a Spore. So now he is down to 2 Pokemon. So if this is Raging Bolt, which 100% it is. Spore for sure. Seed Bomb. Okay. Hold on a second. I think we have to go for the Trick Room now. No, this, you know what's funny? I feel like he could just go for the, now he Spores, right? I'm not going to be able to get Trick Room up, am I? Well, we have +1 defense, so he has to double the horse, right? We have to go for it, don't we? So it's a Draco Meteor into that slot, then Spore, right? So we could miss. We could switch in the... We might survive. Hold on a second. We might survive. That was a last second thing, so this actually might help us survive and then take out the Bolt. Thunderbolt goes off. What is going on here? Really? Oh my goodness, dude! How... Dude, Trick Room goes up and the game is over. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, he doesn't Spore again, that's for sure. Well, he might Spore my Cresselia, but... Dude, that was nuts. Dude, you have balls of steel, man. Trick Room goes up, this game is over. He still has his Terra, though. He has Terra Poison on the Bolt, though. Yeah, so we Lunar Blessing, so we wake up. Did he Spore me again is the question. Because we are in a situation where we're just continuing to heal, right? So he wakes up. Thunderbolt goes off. You have to Spore me here, right? Taunt. Okay, that's fine. Do we pick up the Bolt? I don't think we do if this is Bolt. We do. Is that G? Oh, crit! Yo! Okay, we're gonna count this after. We're gonna count this after because I feel like that would have been really close. So now I'm taunted, right? So now we can go for Body Press. We gotta get this thing off the field, right? Because I can't even hit it, right? You know what? Let's switch in this. And let's go for a... We can't... I feel like I just want the free switch, right? Let's go for Body Press, and we'll go for... Hard Switch? No, let's just stay in. I know we can't hit him. I know we can't hit him. It's fine. Seed Bomb goes off. We have +1 defense. And then Body Press. Okay, so there's a +2 Body Press now, guys. Let's go. Now he has to Spore me, doesn't he? Oh, never mind. We are not there yet. So he has to Spore me, right? How many turns of taunt are left? 2? Okay. Let's go for Spore. Let's go for Body Press here. And let's switch in this. Oh, this is we might have ourselves a win here if we play it right, but we could really mess this up. Yeah, Spore goes off. That's fine. So now we have the Enamorous on the field. Okay, so a Seed Bomb doesn't... I think a Seed Bomb picks me up, actually, so we can't let him do that. So we're Terra'd. He's got this. Seed Bomb does way too much. Yeah, we can't afford that. Yeah, we can't take this. Body press goes there. And we have to switch. A one-turn sleep would be nice. Does he read this, though? This would be a good read. Like, he could very well pull this thing back. So, Terra Fire, okay. So now my Cresselia can hit you. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. This changes things. Seed Bomb goes into that. Okay, we need to wake up. Big time. So now we actually go first. So we can go for the high horsepower. Oh, wait a second. Do we get Trick Room off is the question. High horsepower. And let's go for Trick Room. Spore. Ooh, he spored that slot. Okay, well, I think that's game. All right, well, now you spore my Cresselia, but I'm going to wake up soon. Let's see. Earthquake goes off, and then... Helping Hand. We are going to go to sleep. We don't really have a choice. Let's go for Earthquake here, and let's... Oh, we can't. Hold on. High horsepower. Switch into this. Okay. Ooh, we are navigating this one, guys. We are absolutely navigating this. Oh my goodness. All right, we wake up. High horsepower KOs. That's how we do it. All right. It wasn't clean. It wasn't clean, but I feel like we had the team to kind of get around and switch and mess things around. But whew, all right. I wouldn't say that was stressful. That was just more like every turn really mattered, right? Every turn mattered. There were definitely some turns where it definitely could have gone poorly or the wrong way. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Like that was not like he had a lot of answers for Trick Room, but I think I gave him a little too much respect when it came to setting the Trick Room. But anyway, yeah, because like I feel like I could have gotten Trick Room up, but you know what? If it's a read, then you know what? Good on him, right? Because getting inside my head. I'm not even in my head, so anyway. But anyway, so we're going to get into a post-game. Thank you very much for watching the match. The best of 3 was a lot of fun. GG's to my opponent. And let's do ourselves a proper post-game. Let's see if we can get him on a call. Peace. Yo, Konami, man. Dude,
how it do?
Dude, that's set, man. I actually felt you had me at the end, man. Like, oh my goodness. Like, what are your thoughts on the set?
Okay, so game 1, I knew it would come down at the end to the paralysis.
Oh yeah, that game 1 was nuts.
That game 1 was like, oh my gosh, I was already like so happy and like proud of Regigigas for like pulling out like double like 2 kills like that. But
yeah.
Then after when it came down to the Bolt versus the Cresselia, excuse me, I knew all I needed was the para, and then after I could go for the kill from there. You living with like the 10 or 20 HP, whatever that was, after the Draco Meteor went up, I was like, oh, I am so dead. And then after the para saved me right at the end. That was
you were due though. You were absolutely due. You T-bolted so many times, and as soon as it happened, I'm like, he was bound to get one. Like it's not. I'm not gonna call hacks on that one. Yo, as soon as I saw the lack of damage on your Raging Bolt from my Psychic, I was like, oh, it's AV? Yeah, I lose.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just can't do enough damage here, so I was like, you know what? Cresselia did a great job. You know, that game was over a while ago. Like, you had me in the beginning, man. Like, that turn 1 that you protected on the Wheezing, I was like, I know a lot of people like protecting their Wheezing on turn 1, but, like, I was like, honestly, like, I can see him protecting and Will-O-Wisping, which you didn't even have it. Yeah, so I was respecting the Will-O-Wisp, and like a Will-O-Wisp here would really suck. So I can see like protect Will-O-Wisp, and then I was like, nah, if he Will-O-Wisp, then I just double the Wheezing. Yeah, let's double the Wheezing. So I just, you got to protect. I'm like, well, that was stupid.
No, so I'm gonna be straight up honest with you here, Jay. I literally made this team about what was it, half an hour before our scheduled fight.
Oh, really?
Just because I literally was just like so busy with everything that's been going on for myself for the past 2 weeks. So it's like I haven't had like as much time as I wanted to like actually look into the team. So I was like editing like everything as much as I could, like down to the wire. Essentially, it was a lot. And I originally had Will-O-Wisp on the Weezing. But knowing that I was going to be playing into your Trick Room, I thought I was going to big brain myself and tech the Scary Face onto the Weezing. So that way I could actually try and like lower my own Pokemon. So that way I could play through your Trick Room, essentially.
Well, and it worked in the fast mode as well. That Scary Face on my Ogerpon, that game,
the Ogerpon. Yep.
That made things really complicated later. I was just like, dude, like I can't switch it out to reset the drop. I can't reposition here, and I'm like, dude, that Scary Face was really scary. Anyway, no, dude, that bonnet was literally like the worst thing for me in testing. I was testing, and I was just like, this bonnet, I need like 10 answers for this thing. like it's so good, man. And it was like I couldn't run goggles, Metalurb, Covert Cloak. I couldn't run everything, so I was like, I gotta pick one. So I picked Cloak because of Rock Slide spam, and then I saw you didn't bring a fake out user and you didn't bring your Rock Slide user. I was like, well, that's a waste of an item.
So okay, so like I said before, because I just made it, I originally, excuse me, I think my original plan was to go what was it? I had Murkrow and Terrakion and Ambipom on this team originally.
Oh wow.
And I think I took out like Gigas, Weezing, and might have been Typhlosion. No, it was Ninetales. I took out Gigas, Ninetales, and Weezing. It was gonna be Murkrow, Terrakion, Ambipom. But then I looked at it and I was like, wait a second, that's like 4 Pokemon that are all weak to Fairy, and I'm staring down your Enamorus, and I'm just that is a terrible idea. So I sub them out, and just to look at my team afterwards, right when we go into the team preview, and I'm like, wait, now I've got 4 Pokemon that are weak to ground.
Yeah, that's one thing I like doing before the game starts, and I'm like, okay, so what is basically a type chart or whatever it is for the 6 that you brought? And I was like, you've got like 4 weaknesses to ground, and I was just like, but you have like the bonnet. The bonnet, man. I was like, this thing is going to be so important for him. You brought it all 3 games, and it was good all 3. Well, unfortunately, it didn't. The Helping Hand, Terra Fire, Terra Blast, whatever. It wasn't sun boosted, but I was like, come on, pick up, but I needed it. But I will acknowledge, I apologize for nothing, but I'm willing to acknowledge when it mattered. That crit on your Raging Bolt might have won me the game in the end.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know if that crit mattered or not. I saw when you got that when you got that high horsepower off, I was just like, okay, sure, whatever, it happened. Yeah.
Well, so I looked at it here.
Did it actually matter?
Yeah, it did. I've got the Bolt here with max HP, and yours wasn't too far off. Oh, dude, you had 132 defense in there. Oh yeah, dude, 1,000,000% you survived. So it was. Well, let me see. 1 second. 132 defense. 1 second. 132 defense. It did. Hold on. What am I missing here? I didn't Helping Hand, did I? No. It was just a straight up attack, right? So 67 to 80%. Let me go to crit. 1 second. I went for high horsepower, right?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? A crit was a guaranteed KO. If I didn't crit, it was a guaranteed live.
See, yes. I was low-key raging a little bit when you went for like the multiple swaps at the end of each game. I was like, all right, this is very unnecessary. You don't have to do this to me right now. Just put me out of my misery.
Well,
but like hearing that crit now at the end, that one was just like, that actually made my heart sink a little bit.
The reason I was switching around is because you actually had win conditions there, because I couldn't actually attack the bonnet. So I couldn't attack the bonnet with my Cresselia. I only had Psychic, right? So and you could just spore me and stuff like that. So I was like, you just keep attacking the partner. So I'm like, I need to get this thing off the field so it doesn't, like, I have to be able to use the support moves.
Yeah.
So but then I had to play around the fact that I was Terra Ground. So if you attacked me with a Seed Bomb, I was like, man, like this is such a problem. And then switching in on the spores. So I had to play very reedy at the end. So it was more like, you put me to sleep, and I'm like, if I stay asleep here, there's a problem. And then like, it was in game 1, the switching was just like, I need to wake up here.
Game 1, I don't think was much of a problem. Game 2, that's where I was just like, okay, just stop. Just let me out.
Game 2, it was more just like, I always try to look at where I could lose the game. And I'm like, there is a win condition here for you if something happens. So I'm like, I think I need to switch here. In game 2, that's what it was. I try not to waste time. If I got to win, I just go for it. But there was a loss in there somewhere. And I'm like, you know what? I need to reposition this thing. Because I think I was locked into like Earth Power or something on my... Or I was locked into something I didn't want to be locked into with my Enamorous.
You know what? I'm not even looking at your thing. So it was specs. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the game 2 with the D-Gleam, because I was just like, watch him lead like the double fire, and of course he did. I'm like, of course he did. So
I wanted
like,
to, one, I wanted to mix it up, but then on top of that too, I wanted to give Typhlosion the highlight match just to like try and like give him a chance to actually do something before I sent him off to the Shadow Realm. But unfortunately, no, it just didn't work out as well as I hoped.
Dude, it's a good Pokemon, man. Your team, dude, is so strong, man. There are so many things I had to plan for. Like, I had to watch out for your beat up Justified stuff, your Wheezing Gigas. I gotta watch out for your Sun boosted Typhlosion. There were so many things, and you had Raging Bolt just chilling there. And I'm like, dude, I actually had a little sneaky tech on my Mudsdale and my Ogerpon. Do you see it?
Was it the Mudsdale? Okay, yeah. Where's the Ogerpon? Ivy Cudgel, Bullet Seed. Oh my god. That is actually so mean.
Dude, the Wheezing Gigas was a reason why I couldn't do that, because my stamina was shut off. But I'm like, yo, Terra Fire, and then I just go for the side Bullet Seed. That could just win me the game right there. But yeah. I just couldn't really pull it off. And Bullet Seed was doing a decent chunk to the Terrakion. So it was a pretty just strong team. Like, I just kind of went with what the team did this week. But I'm like, you know what? We can add a little bit of spice there. You know, Terra Fire, Terra Blast. But there are so many things on this team just to stop that Bonnet, man. Like, I had the, what's called the Lunar Blessing to, like, obviously heal the spores off. The Enamorous has Overcoat. I had Follow Me, the Grass type. Like, I did have Taunt on the Gengar at one point, so I can taunt your Spore user. Right. But after talking to a few friends, they're just like, just have Will-O-Wisp, man. You could just burn things. And when I saw the Terra Fire, I was like, crap, I can't even do that. Like, hindsight's 20/20, man, for sure. And in the Gouging Fire, like, I think there was a turn where it was like, I went for the Flare Blitz into your Gigas.
Yes.
And you went for the Terra Fire. I was like, yo.
That was a turn that I was very proud of, but because like I knew I figured like you weren't gonna go for the Breaking Swipe again because I knew that wouldn't kill. So it was just like it was a matter of you were either gonna Heat Crash or Flare Blitz, whichever one you were gonna pick. Yeah. And then I just knew I had to make the hard read there. So
well, and it was a good read. I had the Dragon Claw as well, but the problem was the base power of Dragon Claw just wasn't quite there. It's 80, right? So it's just like, I thought it would have been short, and if you didn't Terra, and like, because I get burned when I try to read people too hard, and sometimes just making the strong play, just the right play in the moment is the right thing to do. And I was like, you know what? Flare Blitz does pick up. Let's just go for the pickup. You know what I mean? If he Terras, hats off to him. And you just made a great play. So hats off to you. There was a game 3 play that I was just like, yo, this guy's got balls.
When I held my Terra for like the 5th turn or something.
No. It was you could have spored my Cresselia to stop the Trick Room. And I was like, he's just going to spore me. So let me just go for like a Helping Hand or something like that. And I'll go from there. And you spored my Mudsdale. And I was like, yo, Trick Room goes up. GG's. Holy cow.
What's it called?
It was a good read.
Oh, no, sorry. No, go ahead.
It was a good read on you, for sure. And I was just like, yo, this game is crazy.
I was fighting for my life game 3, I'm not gonna lie. I was really... I was trying to be as locked in as I could, but I knew... what was it? When you were Lunar Blessing the Mudsdale back awake, I was like turn 1. It was like, or like the first time you did it, I was like, okay, this is perfect. I put him to sleep and it's perfectly fine. Where you just go off from there.
Oh yeah.
And then you did it again. The second I locked in my attack, I was like, no. Wait, what did I do? Because he's just gonna Lunar Blessing again, and then it was literally over. Then you got the crit on the high horsepower, and I was like, all right, I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm done.
Yeah. that's enough Pokemon for one night. Oh man, dude, after week 1, man, I could use a little bit of luck on my hands, man. Like, geez, like yeah. One game, it all happened. All my bad RNG happened in one game, and it's one of those things. It's your turn, buddy. It just happened to be your turn, man. But I will definitely say that game goes very differently if that crit doesn't happen, for sure.
Yeah. You know what? I think I used my one time on that paralysis check. Not just for landing the paralysis, but like to actually like have it like happen. So like that's where that one went, unfortunately. I think it doesn't help too.
You deserve to win that game for sure. If you lost that game, I stole it from you if I won that game. So you deserve to win that game, man. So it's that is something you deserve. That wasn't something that you got lucky for. So nah, that game was yours for sure.
I appreciate that.
Cresselia is a beast, though.
Yeah, that thing is like. Okay, so I was so confused with that Cresselia, mainly because like I felt like half the time it was just like outspeeding everything. And
yeah,
I just realized now you didn't put what was it? There's no you put it like full. Is it full IVs on the speed stat?
Yeah. I didn't really care what room it was in, so I was just like, you know what? This middle speed tier kind of works.
Yeah, I honestly assumed you were gonna go for the hard trick room, so I was trying to. All of my speed tiers were based around like you going like 0 speed investment into Ogerpon, so I was just trying to put like 1 point above it. Yeah. So I'm literally like 131 on the Typhlosion, on the Gigas, and then like everything else, I went into the bulk at that point. So I was assuming you were trying to go for the trick room side of things, including for the Ogerpon. So that's where like some of these awkward numbers come in essentially. But seeing like Cresselia just outspeed half of these guys, like without being in trick room, I was genuinely so baffled and confused. I had no idea what was happening. I was like, you know what? Sure, whatever.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Cresselia is just Cresselia. She's doing her best out there, you know?
Hey, you know, she did. She really did, right? Like, hey, you brought her all 3 games. It was practically a win con half the time, right? Her and Mudsdale. So it was just, yeah, no, I gotta respect it.
Yeah, dude, the Fairy Ground Trick Room core is definitely doing me well so far this season, so I am enjoying it. But dude, you got a solid team, man. I know you got a transaction coming up, so can't wait to see that one in action, see how it affects the team. If you're gonna, we won't exactly say what it is because I'll let you reveal that to your people. But hey, everybody, thank you very, very much for watching. This was an awesome match. I came out on top, which is nice. Unfortunately, it happened to be based on a little bit of a crit. The game would have definitely gone a little differently. At least the end game would have, so we acknowledge that. But Konami, thank you very much for being a good sport and coming on with me after the match. It's been a lot of fun. And hopefully I get to see you in the playoffs. That'd be a lot of fun. We'll get ourselves a rematch.
Yeah, I'd love to try and make it to the playoffs. If not, at least not coming last. That is always the other goal.
Don't worry, man. Your team is fantastic. You're playing really well, and yeah, man, just finish off the season strong, and you'll be just fine. All right?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks again for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. Everybody, thank you very much for watching. Go check out Konami's perspective as well. I know you just watched mine, but go check out his for sure. He's one of the best editors in the entire league. I've seen his content. It's fantastic. I love it. I watch it all the time because it's very entertaining, very funny. So go check him out for sure. And like I said, go check out his perspective. The turn by turn after watching mine. Go check out his. I'm going to go check out his. It's going to be fantastic just to kind of see what happened per turn and the thought process and things like that. And I guess that's pretty much it. Thank you again. And what else do I want to say? Oh, I always forget to do this, guys. I just wanted to shout out my little front office that I have, the people that help me out. I've got, who helped me this week? I guess a little bit of everybody. I've got like 5 people that give me a hand. I've got Riley. I've got Thyman. Spades, thank you very much. And we've got, I really don't want to forget anybody. We've got Adrian. I think there's one more. I can't forget who it is. Hold on. Konami, thank you very much, but hold on. I don't want to forget. I've been forgetting for 3 weeks straight, and I really don't want to forget who it is.
You're good.
And Octo. Oh my goodness, how could I forget Octo? Octo, you are a huge help. Thank you so much. And I just didn't want to forget shouting out my boys this time, so thank you very much. And I will see you guys in the next one. Konami, I'll see you in the playoffs. Peace.